What's good, YouTube? This IQ Domino coming back at y'all with another motherfucker banger. Now, most guys, when it come down to communication, they don't really know what to say, So this is what this video gonna be talking about: how to talk to a woman, the right way to do it, because it's a woman, and it's not a guy. First of all, guys, uh, a lot of guys, man, they want a woman to like them, or they want a woman to, you know, genuinely want to talk to them. And that's a lot of reasons for a woman to really want to talk to a guy, but it always gonna come back to one key thing, which is the way a guy communicates. It's always gonna come down to that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all don't really know what to say. Y'all might run out of things to say, or sometimes y'all might say things that lose attraction to the woman. As some people say, talk yourselves out of the pool. You know what I'm saying? So in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down the do's and the don'ts. What to say, what not to say, how to actually think, and what y'all gotta actually, the mindset y'all gotta have behind talking to women. And more than that, man, by the end of this video, I'm gonna give y'all some actual flirting tips so y'all can understand the actual mindset behind that y'all need to have when it comes down to talking to women. All right. So the first problem that most guys have is that y'all don't believe in yourself. But it's just the understanding of, she's a woman and she's a human being just like you. She shits and she farts the same way you do. Alright? So one of the key things you have to understand is that y'all clicked on this video because y'all want to learn how to talk to women, not to learn how to talk. Y'all clicked on this video to learn how to talk to women. So y'all, 9 times out of 10, in some form of y'all life, y'all are great communicators. Y'all know how to communicate yourself in a great way. The key thing is that you have to believe and you have to think that you are a great communicator. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you want to work on these. I'm gonna give y'all things to work on to get y'all even better at it. But you have to already believe and see that you are a good, great communicator. You know what I'm saying? So that's key. So the two, I'm gonna give y'all ways of practicing how to communicate better, just in general, because I promise y'all, a lot of times it's not really that different, from communicating to a woman or communicating to just in general. So y'all want to go online, y'all want to talk to women, y'all want to type, y'all want to do all of these things right. You want to do all these things. Two ways that I practice communicating, just practice communicating, is getting a phone and just recording myself talking and hearing myself talk, hearing how I transition, hear if I might use a word or overuse a word, or I critique myself. That's why I advise y'all to critique yourselves and understand where you're talking from. A lot of times, a lot of you guys I meet online, y'all talk with y'all chest. Y'all can tell y'all hold y'all breath in y'all chest while y'all talking. Y'all don't really talk from y'all stomach. Y'all not relaxed while talking. You want to practice talking while relaxed. It's key. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it boosts up your own seductive quality just by you just being relaxed and being, comfortable in your own skin. You know what I'm saying? The second thing I want y'all to do is just type or write the reasons why you do certain things. One of the key things, ChatGPT is a goated thing. It's free. You can go ChatGPT and tell it to ask you questions, answer the questions, but always explore the why of why those things are being said, like why you like those things, why you do those things, and that gives you to basically reveal who you really are. For example, there's a lot of times y'all might be talking to a woman, right, and she might not like you. Keyword: she might not like you. This is why she's doing this. She gives you a one-word answer, and it's just like, damn, well, so I'm gonna take the conversation from that point, right? Because she gave you a one-word answer, now you don't know what to say. It's the same thing reverse. When you express why, you show who you are, and you give her different things to talk about when it comes down to you, right? And that's gonna be key in communication, because the more comfortable you are with expressing your why, she's gonna actually be more involved and in tune to what you're saying, because it comes from you. Now, that's the third. Bring me to my third thing: is know what you're talking about and why you're talking about it. You see a lot of guys, bro, they're saying a bunch of things, you know, they're asking a bunch of questions, but they don't really know why they're talking about it, right? So know where you're going with the conversations. You know, get good at leading where you're going with the conversation. For example, let's say you're talking to a woman at a diner or a lounge, and y'all, you know, you're talking to her, you know, hey, I like your, I like the scarf you got on. You know, it seems, you know, it's nice where you know, where you got that from. She might tell you something like, you know, well, I got this from a resort I went to in Florida. And you know, you might, it's a conversation starter. You can talk about Florida. You can talk about, oh, you like to go to resorts. You like to really explore. You know what I'm saying? You can take it, say a whole bunch of things, or you can take the conversation, but understand where you're going and why it piqued your curiosity. Like, you gotta understand why you're doing it. Don't just do things to do things and just lead the conversation just to lead it anywhere, just to say that you are leading the conversation or to feel like you're taking the lead. To take the lead is to know why you're going there. You have to have an understanding of why you're going there. It's a constant conversation you have to be having with yourself. Like, why? It's just, and that's communication in general. Like, if you think about any topic that you enjoy naturally, you already know why you're going. You already know why you're talking about certain things. You already know why you're saying certain things, and you already know why you're doing everything. You know why. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. So I mean, like, a lot of this shit, it might seem like it's so great, but it's really just the same thing. That's why I say a lot of y'all just like, y'all in your own headspace about it and about talking to women. So you gotta just get out your headspace and understand that it's just a person, bro. It's just you operate the same way. Everybody has a point in their life where they're operating in this way. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. So know why you're saying what you're saying and know why you're going where you're going. Now this fourth point that I'm getting to is going to be the biggest key of all this and the reason why all this shit works. Alright? So it comes down to listening. A lot of you guys, y'all run out of things to say because you're not great listeners. The greatest conversation to list will always be guys who are great fucking listeners. If you know how to listen, I promise you, you will get any woman. Why? Well, any woman that genuinely likes you. Why? Because every woman likes to be seen. Every woman likes to be seen. Not heard, but actually seen for who they are. When you understand a woman, you don't even have to force it. You just have to listen to the words that they saying, and the dots gonna connect if you really just listening to what she's saying, understand, and make it a point to figure out why she's saying what she's saying. Not asking her why all the time, but just listening to her and just listening for that why. You will see the person. You will see her for who she is, and when you see her for who she is, it gets that much easier to guide the conversation because you understand the kind of person that she is. You see, when you're talking to her, right, and she's telling you, well, why this and why that, and you know, she's telling you, for example, she might be telling you that she likes to watch certain movies, or she might like Archer because the Archer has a dark humor behind it. It has really dark humor and is like kind of fucked up, but it's just real in the same way. And she likes the depth of the characters. You know, she's telling you everything that she would like in general because it's just the things that she values. So when you see that she values these things, it tells you a lot about the person. You know what I'm saying? Even if, you know, it tells you something about the person. You know, for you to be able to go into, for you to be able to talk about or share that's things that you like about things that you could relate to, but her relating to, you know, you, she gets to also see qualities in you that she likes. You know, it's not always about relatability, but by y'all having something to talk about, she gets to feel you out. You know, she gets to actually feel a certain kind of way. Now, of course, y'all don't want to stay on this plateau forever. Me personally, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all don't really have to stay on this conversation or something like this for long, but it's just something to have a genuine conversation with her, and y'all both can enjoy the conversation. And it's key, man. You want to be able to talk to a woman and, you know, she actually enjoys talking to you. You know, and if you see her, I'm gonna keep it a beat, man. Most women don't have that. Like where a woman is being seen, and she's genuinely like, comfortable talking to you. And one of the key things that I want y'all to understand, bro, you should never judge a woman. Like, and this is why. The judgment is never going to really dictate whether or not, she changes for you or not. That's never, your judgment is not going to dictate that. Instruction dictates whether or not she wants to change for you or not. If you give her an instruction and she follows your instruction, that lets you know that she's willing to change or willing to do things differently because you said so. Outside of that, man, you have no point to belittle her, make her feel less than her, or put a label on her. Stay away from all of that. Articulate what you're saying, because you never know how somebody can take a label. I might look at somebody and say, man, that joke was corny as hell. And to me, it might still be hilarious and genuinely funny to me, even though it's corny. But the person can relate the word corny to something and hear corny and think that means that their whole character is diminished and it's not funny and they're not relatable, and because it's the way that they use the word corny. It's just, what I want y'all to understand is, man, that not everybody can always like jump on certain labels with you, like, and if you are, it's like you gotta let it be known that even if you're putting a label on them, that it's okay, that you don't see them as less of themselves, because women are very insecure, man. They're very fucking insecure. I remember, I know I'm rambling a little bit on this one, but I remember they had one woman that I was talking to, man. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, you're a little boring. And she took such offense to that, man. She got to explaining herself. She got to telling me how her life is and how her life. She literally got around. I was like, hey, chill. It's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with being a little boring. You still sexy. You still, have all these good qualities about you, but you're just a little boring. I know you're gonna enjoy me, because I'm gonna bring a little excitement to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just letting her understand that you are still worthy to be in my space. You are still seen as somebody who's good or likable. But at the end of the day, it's like, this is a quality about you that I see. And when a woman can see that, man, she might not even accept what you're saying. She might be like, oh, whatever. But she understands where you're coming from, at least. Now, some women, they're just insecure. It's just better for you to stay away from labels in general. But that is another thing. One of the don'ts that I'm going to give y'all in this video is, do not talk about religion. Do not talk about politics. Do not talk about religion, and do not talk about politics, bro. Do not. Do not do that. If you do that, you are guaranteed. The relationship is guaranteed to run a course where she is not looking at you sexually, or she is not really liking you. Because I'm telling y'all, y'all can have the exact same religious beliefs, y'all can have the exact same political views, and y'all, I'm telling you, it's so personal. And one thing about politics is so vague on why you make political decisions. It's fucking vague. It will always be vague. The reason why you like religion will always be vague. I'm telling y'all, it will always be vague to somebody. Or if you're spiritual, it will always be vague to somebody. You have to literally explain something. Now, if it's important to you and it's key to you and it's the most important thing to you, then cool. Say that. I'm just letting you know that it's a don't. That I advise that you don't do that, because the conversation is going to go in a way where y'all are going to, like, there's a good chance that y'all going to butt heads, and she might really have beliefs, and you might have beliefs, and especially if y'all early on and she don't really know you, she can have a certain idea about you just off of you having a political view, and it doesn't even necessarily pertain to you. This is what I mean. Like, a lot of times, bro, women and men have assumptions on things. And if you are sitting there having to explain things about your assumptions, that means that y'all not going to be conversating the way where y'all both are just seeing each other for who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But The next thing is that you want to understand why you're saying what you're saying, but you don't want to over explain. And here's the thing, bro. A lot of times when guys over explain, they are basically saying that I am inadequate. I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't feel like this reason is good enough. So I'm going to explain why this reason is good enough. And by doing that, a woman can catch on to that. And when she catches on to that, she kind of takes a little bit of power away from you. She can, it's a decision where it's like, you're giving her the opportunity to take power away from you. You want to be fully responsible about what you believe in and what you are behind, and like really just like lean on that responsibility of, I own this. This is who I am. This is what I think. This is what I'm saying, and that's what that is. Now, you should never explain why you do what you do, because that is just for that reason. You can say, oh, I want to, or I wanted to, or whatever the reason might be, but you don't really want to go into like over explaining that, because the person will never understand truly. Like, they would never understand. It's honestly a waste of time, in my personal opinion. It's a waste of fucking time to over explain why you do what you do, because is this another thing where somebody's looking to take power away from you? I'm gonna keep it a bean. Now, I understand a lot of y'all, like, y'all might say, be lenient upon, over explaining why you do what you do, but I'm letting you know right now, and I get it. You want her to understand. You might want her to be able to relate. You want to see if she can relate. Cool. Make a statement, and once you make that statement, if she doesn't understand or she doesn't have another question, she doesn't really care that much. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to understand that as well. That a lot of times women are literally just asking questions because they just want to see what you're going to say. You get what I'm saying? It don't really be that deep for even them. They just, and it might be deep as fuck for you. So that's what I mean when I say don't over explain, is because you don't want to dry them up where they're not really interested in you. And it's just like something that just didn't necessarily have to be said. Now, if she really, really likes you, it doesn't really matter. Right? If she really, really, really likes you, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, it's just like, you got to understand, you aren't your explanation. You know what I'm saying? You aren't your explanation 9 times out of 10. You just are the actions that you do. Like, that's the truth. So, leave a like on this video if you got to this point. About to break down one more thing, all about letting interest be known and projecting interest onto her. Now, one thing that I mean about this when I say, you want to project your interest onto her, is that you want to kind of subtly let it be known that she wants to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Women are very emotional creatures. They're not logical creatures like us. So when you just put it in a woman's face that you like her, you like the sound of her, you ain't gotta say it. Don't ever just be like, I like you. Don't ever say that. I'm cute to be. Don't ever say that. The best thing you can do, I like the sound of your voice. Well, if you like me, I do want to see you. I do want to spend time with you and take my time with you. It's like you want to bring the sexual tension there. You want to let it be known that you do want to touch her. Let it be known. Like, I'm not saying this. I don't want y'all to be like, yeah, I don't want to, rip your shirt off and just squeeze your breath. Like, don't do that. You want to be, subtle, seductive, but don't be indirect. Be subtle, but not indirect. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I do want to, take my fingertips, run across your ass, or rub your ass, or, grab your neck, suck on your lips. You want to let it be there, or like, I can tell that you like, or, you want to project that she is interested into you. I can tell I know why you're looking at me like that. You just want to suck on my lips, Or I know why you're looking into my eyes like that. It turns me on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you want to project it onto her, because it's kind of like, damn, she can get to thinking to herself like, damn, do I like this nigga like that? Or is this the reason why I did this? Or, I didn't mean to do it on purpose, but it's just like she knows like, you know, that she is really, you know, turning you on, but at the same time, just know that you know that it's okay for her to feel that way. Because a lot of times, bro, women want to fuck you, or they want to have sex with you while just having a conversation with you, but they don't feel like it's okay because they don't want you to shame them. You know what I'm saying? They might like you so much, but they literally don't want you to shame them because they like, man, I like you so much. You know what I'm saying? Like dead ass, they might dead ass like I like you so much, or they might be like I kind of like this nigga. I don't know if I want to fuck this up, or I don't know if I want to say this. I don't know if I want to say that, and I might fuck it up. A lot of women feel that way, so you have to grant them permission to feel that way about you. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, man, I'm telling you, it's like you blockade their insecurities. Like you basically blockade their insecurities. You're like, okay, it's okay for you to be like this with me. It's okay for you to be a slut with me. It's okay for you to be a good girl for me. It's okay for you to want to be nasty with me, because by you doing that, you provide that space where she's like, I'm comfortable with letting that side of myself out. You know what I'm saying? Because society has conditioned women to feel ashamed about being sexual. Like all this shit that's back here, like a lot of women, they're like ashamed to say that they're interested in wanting to experience dominance. They're ashamed that they want to experience dominance. They're ashamed that they want to experience like full submission. They're ashamed that they want to experience, you know, basically wanting to start sex for sex themselves. Like a lot of women are like ashamed to do that. Not all women are like that, but a lot of them are. And some women who have probably even done all this shit before still are ashamed that they did it. You know what I'm saying? So they just, you know, you gotta understand, man, that in this society, bro, they like it to make it a point that men don't really have the power that we do, but we do have power over women, man. Like, this is what y'all gotta understand. It's just like a lot of dudes, they just give away their power. You know what I'm saying? They just give it away. So because they give it away and they just let the woman do what they gotta do, and they let the woman make decisions for them, that's when it's just like, oh, I don't know if I should do this. Because women procrastinate, bro. They procrastinate. You know what I'm saying? They procrastinate. They sit around, and so you literally have to guide them the entire time. And one thing I do want to say, you know, leave a like down below, subscribe. I drop content like this all the time, but for the people who made it to this point, I got something else to tell y'all. Whenever you let a woman lead the conversation, she's guaranteed to lead the conversation to a place where her pussy is completely dry. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. If you let a woman lead the conversation, she will kill the conversation. She will kill it. That's why it's so key for y'all to like know why you talking about certain things and know where you're going, because when you know why, it's another conversation. Like it's another like you're gonna find a way to have another like 10-minute conversation or 20-minute conversation because you know why you started the conversation. When you don't know that, bro, and you let her continuously just, you know, bring in suggestions of where y'all should talk about, I'm telling y'all, bro, she's going to kill the conversation, bro. Quick. It's gonna happen so fast. So just want y'all to keep all this shit in mind, man. That's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all like the content, leave a like and subscribe. I drop content like this all the time, and this real game, man. It's not, as y'all can see in this 20 minutes of me talking to y'all, man, this is not bullshit game. This is real game that y'all can use, man. Like, it's just ways that y'all can actually be practical and use this information, like, so it's real. So all I got to say, man, it's real.